The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. How you guys doing?
DropTop. Zaza.
Okay.
We gon' pull up in some Tahoes. Fill with my niggas and bitches. They don't get money, the motto. Shredding waves like I'm Otto.
What's up? Excuse me.
I say what's up? Man, sit your ass down.
What's up, everybody? We're back with another new episode of StyleBeasting podcast with your host with the most, Don't Wall. And I know it's been a while since I dropped the episode. A lot has been affecting. Well, I won't say affecting, but a lot's been going on. I know I say that a lot, but as always, my life there's a lot going on.
I told you so.
So I might as well start at the beginning. So work has been kicking my ass. We're slowly getting people into my portion of the store, and instead of me running these 10-hour days, we're going to get back to these 8-hour days. I know that 2-hour difference makes a lot, especially working in a deli. And like that shit is normally dragging my ass. Like right now I'm on my vacation, and I'm gonna get to that on the next episode about what I did. But yeah, it's been a long, hard couple months because a lot of people are in our section of the store either left because of management reasons. Management has been
Stupid.
How should I say, a bit of an ass these past couple months. And some people left because of their mental health and not wanting to deal with it, which I understand. Like,
darn it, if that's your idea of a joke, then you've lost your mind.
We're all friends. Like my coworkers that I work with, we're all friends. And every place that I work with, I always try to like be cool and like be like a really good friend to the coworkers, because at the end of the day, we're in here for 8 hours to 10 hours at a time together. We might as well, I don't want to use that term, be a family, but let's be a real like work family. And I know not that whole bullshit work family like niggas just be spewing out saying, hey, we're a family, and nigga know, and we don't know nothing about each other. I'm talking about as in, whenever you're down and you need somebody to cry on your shoulder, we got you. Like in that aspect of like how we treat each other in deli. And I'm not saying that other people in the store don't do the exact same thing, but for as long as I've been in deli, the many of incidents that happen to other people inside the deli, we all came together and like come together as a family and helped each other out. And then I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't remember a time when nobody didn't help each other out. Even with the new people that came in, they're helping and putting in the effort to help us out, knowing that we've been like busting ass by ourselves, me and Steven, for like 2 months, really. And I really appreciate that. I know I don't speak on human interaction a lot as I normally would in the early parts of the podcast, but yeah, man, we all need somebody. And I'm not talking about as in like a companion. I'm talking about as in somebody that got your back in any circumstance, whether it be work, home, or just out and about. Because, not to sound sappy, but in the world, in the way of the world and how we sometimes lose ourselves in the world or lose each other in the world, it's nice to have some tranquility in anywhere you go, even your workplace.
Amen.
To be able to go to your workplace, and even if the customers aren't said the greatest of people, at least the people that you work with can make your day lighter and make it a better time. And I want to say, I don't think any of my coworkers are going to hear this, but thank you guys for well, actually, shit, I'll say it to all my coworkers, even at every job I've been in. Even if I hated the coworkers I had, I still appreciate you guys. And but aside from that, but I'm on my vacation now. I'm actually able to record. And now that I have a better working laptop, which I'm going to get to too, I can actually do a lot more now. I can actually really record videos and other stuff. I know I was like, it wasn't that I couldn't record on my old, well, I really couldn't record on my old laptop because the video driver was like old and I really couldn't do much on it. So that's why I had to get this new laptop. And thank God I did, because I can actually do a lot of more shit on it now. But the old laptop I had, I gave to my sister so she could use with my niece. So just in case if she needs to like work on stuff, because she doesn't have a laptop of her own, and sometimes her phone isn't the greatest. So yeah, and like I said, I always look out for my family. So if because my sister was saying she needs a computer, so I was like, fuck it, there you go. So I'm always, like I said, always here to help. But with this new MacBook I got, which thank you, April, I really appreciate. Which everybody give April Green a round of applause. She literally, if she didn't give me this laptop, I'd probably be still working on that. And I wouldn't say a bullshit laptop, because she also was the one that helped me find a laptop when my other laptop exploded. So damn it, she might have to be friend of the century, because not only did you help me find one laptop, you helped me get another one, and probably the best one I had in a while. So like, thank you, April. I really appreciate what you did. You understand. Like, I really do.
How it feel to be a real nigga.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a new laptop, and I'm about to do a lot more shit on it, and my design is probably going to come out a lot crispier and better now. So yeah, there's that. So a lot of new shit's happening. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like a little bit of motivation with this new computer, because it put me in a mind state of school again, because the only time I used the MacBook was in school, and when I was using my MacBook, I was damn sure working on something. So yeah, it just put me in that mode. So I guess I'm going to get back to get on the grindstone again. So let's get to it.
And now, our feature presentation.
And speaking of getting on the grindstone, Cam Newton, I know this is old, but Cam Newton got jumped a while ago, like probably 2 weeks ago, by other coaches. I think he was just showing up, and teaching the coaches how to helping the coaches out a little bit. And I think they got a little, what's that word? Not shelled, but they felt inferior to, probably like got a little ego in their head. Like, hey, this nigga Cam Newton can't be over here teaching, telling our students how to do this, and we coaches, like, we ain't no weak niggas. They probably got all that ego boasted to them now, which is 2 times funnier in this whole entire place is Cam Newton was handling himself.
A run, pass, letting it go. That's a flea flicker.
Like, it was like 4 grown ass men, and Cam Newton was handling them. Now, in my mind initially, even if I had beef with Cam Newton,
the fuck are you talking about?
I know damn well, even if you just watch Cam Newton play and nothing else, and you start watching football after that, you saw this nigga Cam Newton get hit by grown ass men.
Then I let Jesus handle rock, thinking he got game.
I'm talking about grown men. I'm talking about like Sam Darnold, like all heavy hitters. And the niggas that jumped them, they look like they were probably my size.
He's fat. I don't care if he don't. I'll make him bleed.
And like, comparing me to Sam Darnold's crazy. Shit, even though one of them no-name D-line niggas that like 300 pounds that literally can outrun me, and them niggas are lean cut, and even though they're fat, they still got muscle on them. Like, bro, you think you niggas was gonna beat on Cam Newton?
Stupid.
I could look at Cam Newton in any outfit that nigga had on, even if he looked like a zesty golf player. I'm never fighting Cam Newton. Like, let's be honest. No man that isn't a football player should not fight Cam Newton. And I'm like a rugged football player, not just one of those like first year kids that come out thinking they're tough. I'm talking about like veteran. Like, you gotta be Derrick Henry and knock that nigga out, and that's the sad part. Which I'm gonna get to that next, because the Ravens going to the Super Bowl this this season coming up. So yeah, but Cam Newton came out and took more ownership than the niggas who jumped him, which speaks volumes on Cam Newton, because Cam Newton knows what he's talking about. Even though people have like tried to like derail what he tries to speak on football players with his career mishaps, and it's like, yeah, but that's not fair, because I'm actually speaking on what I see and what I know, because he was a quarterback and he was a damn good one. Even though he didn't go to win the Super Bowl, he got to the Super Bowl, which a lot of the quarterbacks can't say they did, because a lot of them either burnt out or just were playoff quarterbacks. Which by what I mean is they played a great regular season, played a decent playoff, but lost in them probably like the second or third round. Like that's all they stay in. They don't go any further than that. But Cam Newton put his body on the line to get that first down all the time, and it's been a proven fact that he done it every fucking time. Because every time he got injured, it was either him trying to push the ball to the first down or him running through niggas trying to get a touchdown. And that's what, at the end of the day, that's why kind of, even though it was to the detriment of himself, and you could argue saying that the front office didn't get the right people to block for him, or just to like really, like if Cam Newton had even half of the people on the Ravens team he had protecting him, we would be talking about Cam be like, we'll have 2 Super Bowl rings. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you give, not that year, because I don't think, not that year that not those Ravens of the year that Cam Newton was playing, the Ravens of the past 2 or 3 years with Lamar, put that in front of now Dale. Put that in front of Cam. I bet you got 2 Super Bowl rings. In 3 years, he'll have 2 Super Bowl rings. He won't get back to back. He'll get one year. He'll go to the playoffs next year, and he'll win the Super Bowl next year. I bet you money on it. I bet top dollar on it. And it's even getting crazier too, because freaking even though, what's my nigga name for the fucking 49ers? Is it Purdy? Yeah, Purdy. He was right about Purdy. Even though, because I'll say this, Purdy fought his ass off to go to that Super Bowl. Even though he was his teammate mostly, and he was like throwing the football. And that's something I probably will take away from Cam. Even though Purdy's team, the 49ers, helped him more than he helped them, I would still say he still had to throw that ball. Even though he wasn't throwing like Tom Brady, what's my man's name? What's my nigga name? This new Baker and basically the niggas that throw bombs. The quarterback for the Bills. I forgot that nigga name. But yeah, like throwing like those guys, like throwing bombs. But he'll get down midfield. He'll get down. He just won't throw bombs all the time. Which, I mean, I understand, because he's not a Super Bowl quarterback. He's not like a nigga that you'd be like, oh yeah, we definitely go Super Bowl with this nigga. Even though he damn sure did, but still, he's not a certified Super Bowl contender guy. And we'll see that next year when we go to the Super Bowl. I mean, not the NFL season, which should be like in like 5 months. But sticking on in the NFL, since we're still talking about Cam, a bunch of niggas got traded 2-3 days ago. So Derrick Henry is a Ravens now, which I am stunned that they gave that nigga $18 million for 2 years. We got to stop disrespecting people of Derrick Henry's position. Is it running back? Yeah, running backs. Because, bro, that's just disrespectful. I'm not paying Derrick Henry $18 million. I'm at least got to pay that nigga 40 or 50. Like, there's no way in hell you look at Derrick Henry and be like, $18 million. And you got to at least pay that. Yeah, like I said, you got to pay that nigga at least 40, 50. Especially, didn't he win Defensive Player of the Year and MVP? Like, yeah, like no. Excuse me, no, you got to. But in other news, the Commanders are picking up people. Commanders, now their quarterback they picked up, I don't think is it Trubisky? I think it's Trubisky because the Steelers got Russell Wilson, which I was greatly confused about because I remember seeing them put a statement out saying we wasn't interested in going after Russ or Justin Fields from the Bears, but I guess that was a smoke screen. But yeah, fuck the Broncos. Them niggas gonna have to pay Russell, I think like 40 or 50 mil. And then then the Steelers probably gonna give him probably 120 if he performs, which he will, because after that first 5-6 games with the Broncos, he start actually doing shit. It was a rocky first couple games for Russell, but it wasn't his fault. Like, what do you expect? Like, you can't just have that nigga go to a different team and just ball his ass off. Now you could say, oh, but Tom Brady did, nigga. They were eating Tom Brady's dick on that team. Anything Tom Brady wanted, they gave to him. They didn't do the same thing for Russell. Because we gotta even out the playing field. Tom Brady could get away with a lot of stuff, not only because he's white, but that nigga, damn it, that nigga might as well be white Michael Jordan is the Michael Jordan in the NFL world. Nigga got 7 rings, 20, he was 6 seat quarterback. He's low key the weakest built quarterback, but that nigga still took hits from people and still got those Super Bowl rings, even though he lost to Peyton twice, and I forgot who else he lost to. But yeah, that nigga, yeah, he got some dubs. I'm sorry to say, accolades and who you are mean a lot. So, well, race definitely plays a big part. Because I'm trying to think, could Lamar do that? No, Lamar couldn't do the same shit like that. Because niggas would be like, oh my God, Lamar is just losing on the team. But who else got traded? Saquon Barkley got traded to the Eagles, which is funny as fuck because there's a bunch of videos people compilated together of him saying, I want to retire as a Giant. But, I mean, it's not his fault. Yet again, the front office paid that bum ass nigga Daniel Jones, which he fooled me too. Last year, I thought, okay, Daniel Jones is putting in work. No, the year before last, he was putting in work. He was doing his damn thing. And then I was like, okay, he switched it up. I was wrong. I was like, okay, he could come back. Saquon got that bum ass contract. And then Daniel Jones got a big ass 4-year deal with some bands behind it. And then he became the worst quarterback ever. And I'm like, bruh, you guys are not going to pay me this bum ass contract tax while this nigga Daniel Jones is just over there floorboard. This nigga was so bad. I literally thought they literally benched this nigga. But they kept on playing him. And I'm like, bro, nah, get this nigga off the fucking field. He made the Giants look horrible. And I think the Giants did pick up anybody really that nice any damn way. Kirk Cousins went to the Atlanta Falcons, which is funny because I think I was having a conversation with a neighbor of mine, and we were like, is the Atlanta Falcons going to pick a black person to be the quarterback? Because I initially thought it was going to be Russ to the Falcons. I forgot Kurt was getting traded. I thought he was going to stay there, and Fields was going to go to Steelerland before that damn statement they put out. But Kirk is going to be Atlanta Falcon. I don't know how he's going to do over there. I really don't. I think Atlanta is over there building too, just like the Commanders. But the Commanders are building, but I think they need a real quarterback. And I'm sorry, Trubisky, I didn't mean to I don't mean to say you trash because there's a lot of people dumping on this nigga, which I don't want to because I already know as the formerly known Redskins turned Commanders. Ever since they became the Commanders. They sort of lost their identity because the whole like name change, and they're trying to like find somebody that can like start it, put some new air in their lungs per se. But I think the Commanders are overall, they have like a good core, and the defense is not bad neither. They probably just, like I said, if Trubisky can lock in and be the quarterback that they need, I think they could go. I think they'll have a winning record, and I won't say they'll be second best in the division because it's the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and then the Commanders. Because I already know they're going to be better than the Giants, flat out. But if they could be better than the Cowboys, I can see that. Better than the Eagles, seeing who the Eagles picked up, and seeing that the Eagles picked up Saquon, I definitely don't see them going. And a bunch of defensive people they picked up too. I don't see them being number one. So probably number two, number three, but definitely not a number one contender in the division. But sticking on football podcasters, Shannon Sharp had Desi Banks, Monique, and Country Wayne in the recent weeks, and Terry Crews in the recent weeks of after the whole Cat Williams interview he had. And from what that the numbers he showed us, that ever since that Cat Williams episode, he's just been getting, the stocks have increased. And I believe so, because Shannon Sharp is, even if he said that his speech is still country, and he's country, even though he has adapted to speaking through these recent years of being a media host, he still has genuine people. Well, he still has people on that definitely want to come on the show, because Monique was on it. She was trying to get a Cat Williams moment, and I guess she did in a sense. But for the Monique thing, I feel like she was fishing for a Cat Williams moment instead of Cat Williams just going on there and just like, because I honestly, nobody was like expecting Cat Williams to be on there and just say everything that he said. Even I was surprised by themselves. So I was like, okay. But even watching the Monique interview, she basically did this. I won't say she not reacted. She did the same thing she did on the Breakfast Club interview, but instead of like storming off like not Terry Crews, Shannon Sharp let her get it all out, let her get her full story out, like how when Taraji P. Henderson was saying like, hey, we don't get paid, black women don't get paid, or when she was saying that she didn't get paid for something and she got paid less than other people, Monique was like, when I said it, nobody batted an eye, but when Taraji said it, everybody's coming to her defense. And she like tried to say that because Taraji is like a more beautiful woman than her, people cared a lot more. Basically the whole like pretty privilege, like, oh shit, because of Monique being a more full-figured woman and not what's the word? I'll say looks wise, as she was trying to say that her looks and her demeanor is a polar opposite of Taraji P, and she's like more relatable than her in that sense, that people will take to her side more than Monique. And to that, I will agree a little bit. I won't say that's the whole reason. I said I will agree to that to a certain degree. But in that same instance, Taraji has never came out the blue and started firing at people. That's the only reason that differs at. Because if Taraji P was just like Monique and started firing at people and did the exact same thing Monique did, but more people was on Taraji's than Monique's, then I'll be 100%. Then Monique will be 100% right. But I have never seen Taraji P shoot at anybody. Not shoot as in like gun wise, like as in like call out people. Like I have never even heard that. This is the first time of me hearing Taraji P. Henderson going like letting how she goes off, letting out her frustrations on the financial compensation side.
Shut your mouth, jabroni.
So Monique is right to a degree, not on the whole Taraji P. People like, well, she's right about the statement of depending on who the messenger is, people will gravitate to that person more. But in this instance, I don't believe it was just looks and personality wise. I think it was more personality than looks, because Monique, I love Monique. Monique's funny. She has been firing at people, and that same interview, I think she said she wore a wire and recorded the conversation that her and Tyler Perry have, which I don't know if that's like legal, because you're recording somebody without their knowledge. So I don't know if that's even legal in wherever she was at. Second, some of the people there is some, Monique does have to have like stand in the corner and look at the full scale of the world, because she did also mention that, hey, that was firing at Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart helped her out in a situation where she was low on funds, and he helped her out. But because of him, I don't think of him like not taking her aside or like pushing go on this project for her, that she didn't run by through him and just like ran it through, saying that Kevin Hart has my back. Then yeah, I'm not gonna like push the button on that. You even like asked me if this is something I wanted to do. Like, you just threw it out there. So I'm like, all right, maybe let's calm down on that one. So like I said, Monique, I understand Monique's plight, but also Monique probably needs to take a look in the mirror in some of the aspects. And speaking of looking in the mirror, Desi Banks had to look in the mirror on his interview, because there was a portion of the interview where he was talking about how, being a content creator, he was with his girl at the time, and he was. I remember when Desi Banks was just dropping videos. Like, this is around the time where Instagram was like, where people was starting to do like funny skits on Instagram at the time, and I want to say like around the Fat Boy era, the Fat Boy SSE era, like when he just first started. And Desi was telling like how his girl was like, not supportive of him in his goals and dreams, and how it was like 3 a.m, and she was like, shut up crying or I'm gonna kick you out, and she kicked him out. And now that he's up, I don't think she hit him back to get back with him, but now that he's up because he's performing all these comedies places. He's been multiple, I won't say high budget movies, but he's been in some movies. He has his own following, and he's booming. And I think it's been like in some big comedy specials. I won't say like YouTube, like not YouTube, but Netflix comedy specials, but as in like the comedy circuit. Like, he always does his own like headlining shows at like comedy clubs. And in my mind, I'm just like, should have stayed down and waited. But to play both sides, it's not everybody is going to be a star shooting out, because as many people try to do comedy or do like shoot any kind of thing outside of the normal 9 to 5, and like trying to be, I want to say like social media influencer, but it's dealing with social media and like the followings and stuff, like dealing with stuff. If you like have like a podcast, a hobby, like doing with makeup, nails and stuff like that, or rapping, it's a goal is nobody has to be on your side. Like, if your significant other's like, hey, like, I understand that this is your hobby, this is what you want to do, but you might need to get a job so you can help pay bills. Now, I completely understand both sides. If she's like, hey, you need to have some money coming in because I understand this is a goal you're trying to work for, but you also have to like contribute. So I understand on that aspect too, because she can't, because the other person in your life can't pay all the bills while you're over there making skits all day. Not saying that you're just like laying around just smoking weed. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make one skit in like a whole 24 hours and don't do nothing else. But like, as in like, you're actually like going out there, you're outside recording, like you're working, like you're really, really working. Now, on Desi's side, I also understand his side too, because it doesn't happen. This whole content thing isn't like fast money. It's slow. You have to like build, be good at it. You got to have a massive following, and all that takes time. There's been multiple social media influencers like Haha Davis. He said he had 1 million followers on Instagram and still was broke, still living at his mom's. And it's like, bro, like, you're talking about people who have 1 million followers and still don't have that money like that. Like, yeah, it's not, you're not, it doesn't like happen as soon as you get 1 million followers. Like, oh, I got $1 million. Like, no, it's the grind and the work ethic. Like, if you work really hard, like these guys, Desi Banks, Haha Davis, and all these other comedians, internet comedians, or like Drewski and them, they put shit out every day. They work at it all the time. Like, they don't like play around. Like, them niggas has always got shit booming. Like the constant ass, all the streamers and shit that do shit like the constant ass and them, like them niggas is out every day trying to find something new to do and the new to like make. And it's like, it's just a real hard thing to do, because you gotta come up with something new and be the new freshness every time. So I understand both sides, and it's a rough road to deal with, being with your significant other and they have a goal they want to get to, but we got shit that we got to take care of. So I understand on both Desi's and his ex-girlfriend side. So
Open your mind!
it was a compelling interview, because it was like, damn, I didn't even notice about Desi Banks. I always thought he was like the pseudo cool guy. And that's another thing too, like assumptions of these famous guys, that these guys who are cool now were always cool. Like, they didn't have days or times where they were on a low end of the ball instead of the high end. And speaking up on being on the high end, a librarian named Michael Threets posted on his TikTok that he was happy to be a librarian, and he was happy that he was able to work at the same library that he went to as a kid, and he learned about books. And it was a really touching thing to see on TikTok, of a guy who was happy to educate children and still love the game, still love like reading and putting books in the children's hands. Now, knowing how the internet in the world is, they immediately start frying this nigga and start slaying him, and just like being rude and mean to the guy. So like I think it was like a week later, he announced that he was going to get off social media for his own mental health, because just for his own mental health. And he was just thanking people like, hey, thank you guys for supporting me, and because he was also resigning from the library too, that he'll always come back. He always deeply appreciated working there, and he just had a smile on his face like the whole time. He never spoke down to anybody. He never like showed that he was mad. He just like was a genuine guy and was trying to like be like, thank you guys for just really supporting me in this whole endeavor. And I think in that same week that he quit, he got hired to be on PBS on, I forgot what show, but he was hired to work on a show. And I was like, bro, look at God. People were talking shit about you, trying to besmirch your name, and then boom, you got a deal. Like my man's got like a TV deal on a TV show. I'm so proud of him. I'm so very proud of him. But more stuff in the world. A 2 weeks ago prior, a YouTuber named Too Mad passed away from overdosing while playing Overwatch. Now, I didn't know anything about this man Too Mad. The only thing I woke up to was seeing like mad tweets by him saying, "Oh, if you listen to Playboy Cardi, your ass," and then niggas was just like quoting, putting Playboy Cardi songs in the damn thread, and I was like, okay, that's a little excessive, okay. And then like, if you keep reading, it goes from like people just like taking his bad music takes and just putting music of said artists in it. It just went to people just like celebrating his death. And like when I mean celebrating, I mean like celebrate. Like niggas was like saying rest in peace Bozo, Pack Watch, and all that shit. And I'm like, this is a little excessive. And like I thought he was like an abuser, like he was like he did some some foul shit. And then I looked up, this nigga really didn't say shit, but said like Playboy Cardi don't have good music, and like he just had bad takes. And I'm like, all right, man, like this is a little excessive. This is real excessive. Like I understand, like if an abuser dies, you just do a whole bunch of pat watches or somebody that we as a general public do not fuck with. But just like talking shit about a dead nigga that just overdosed and like celebrating it, and it's like, bro, like what the fuck are we doing? Like, come on, bro. Like that man didn't do nothing. He just had bad music takes. I'm not about to celebrate a man's death on bad music takes. That's sick.
Nasty bitch.
And well, I might have a bad take coming up next in this new on this new part of the new segment. Well, let me look up this gentleman's name first before I just say it completely wrong. U.S. airman dies after setting himself on fire outside the Israel embassy in Washington. The man's name is Aaron Bushnell, age 25. He was an active duty member of the U.S. Air Force, and he set himself on fire on the 26th. No, the 28th. 27th. Yeah, 27th. And that was a wild video what I saw. And this is gonna sound crazy, it's gonna sound really fucked up, but he set himself on fire to show that he stood by the whole free Palestine and Israel shouldn't be bombing Palestine, and because that still continue on as of right now. I'm just going to go ahead and get my side out. I don't think that was the greatest decision ever, and I know that's going to come off as somewhat ignorant because of a man just lost his life to for a cause bigger than himself. But I say that only because it didn't stop. It brought more attention to the situation because that was a real extreme measure he took, and because I'm also gonna give you like, because I'm not just shitting on him. I'm not trying to shit on him. I'm just saying I'm not speaking on my perspective, but I'm also gonna give another perspective on it, and on the good side, on the positive side. But it brought light to the situation, a bigger light, because the man just killed himself for a cause bigger than himself. But I'm not gonna sit here and say he did it so they could stop the war, because I obviously doubt he thought in his head, I'm gonna set myself on fire and the war is gonna stop. I highly doubt that. And I don't know what goes on and went on in that man's mind, so I'm not gonna speak on what was going on in his mind when he did that. But he did it because somebody posted the video and it was really crazy. And that's another thing too. Like, I don't know if he posted. I don't know what. I don't even know who posted it. I don't know. All I know is the video posted something. He set himself on fire, and I think someone was trying to put it out. And there was another guy who had a gun on, which was stupid because I'm like, a nigga set himself on fire. I highly doubt the nigga's gonna like throw firebombs at his fucking burning body. But even if he was to put him out, he probably was gonna die from them burns because that was just like, it wasn't like he was partially on fire. No, this nigga was on fire. Like, he was like a Human Torch fire. Like, that was that. It was a lot. But I'm gonna speak on the positive side now. Being a martyr for a cause bigger than yourself speaks volumes on you. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that would. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to give a good explanation. I'm trying to equate it to a good sentence.
That's okay. Take your time.
Being bigger, standing up for something bigger than yourself, speaks volumes on your character. Yes, he gave his life. People may say he didn't need to, but in his heart of hearts, he's wanted to stand up for the people who couldn't stand up for them. And being an American man, and being in the Air Force, he probably saw a lot more war and death than most people over here who aren't in the Army. So a man who I will say who's probably been in the battlefield has seen death, seen this war, and was like, okay, this is not cool. And gave his life to shine light and be a martyr for something bigger. Now, that to me is a man with a ideal who stands up to his ideals, and that's what I say is a true man, because he went through it all. Because he obviously knew he was going to die, but like going through that is like on some anime type. Is on some anime main character. You like that nigga type shit. So I want to say rest in peace to the man and give a what's it called? Oh yeah, like a moment of silence for him. So, this is a crazy segue. Speaking of fire, Godzilla and Kong final trailer came out, and this movie has been on some real good promotion type shit. Like UFC is promoting it, like China's promoting it, fucking like it's just everybody's just promoting this movie, and like everybody since Godzilla's been on the run since they won 2 awards at the Oscars. So like, even though this movie won't be as, what's the word? Damn it, I'm trying to find this word. It won't be as comparing Minus Zero to Kong. It's not going to be the same movie, even though it's dealing with Godzilla. That -1 was dealing with like. See, yeah, that's one thing I will give Japan's Godzilla, other than America's Godzilla. The human interactions with Godzilla in Japan are way better than humans, because it hits a lot more, I guess. Because for Shin Godzilla 2016, Japan had to sit there and think, if we nuke Godzilla, we'll be doing the same thing America did to us. And they just dealt with World War II. So it's like, bro, we're going to nuke ourselves again? Well, no. It didn't just deal with World War II. They was having PTSD from World War II, dealing with that and just nuking their city and their people. And like, it's stuff like that that's like, it makes the human characters more like lovable, instead of like in America where it's just like, oh shit, Godzilla took my home. And like I'm like the Godzilla 2014, how the white guy lost his dad trying to like find out what happened to his mom, and then him and Godzilla had like some emotional connection. Like they didn't even say nothing. It was like emotional and shit. So he was like, oh man, I guess I gotta save this guy. So it just like being altruistic emotional is just like situational emotional. And I can't even say that really because King Kong, King of the Monsters, where the Japanese, I want to say, research on Godzilla, sacrificed himself and nuked himself to save Godzilla. Like that was rough. That was rough as fuck, bro. Like I was like, damn, bro, he had to do that, but he had to. So it was like, damn. And that's what I mean. Like it had like the emotion of it hits a lot more because in Godzilla, it's all in Japan's Godzilla, it's all emotion. It's just like all niggas just mad as fuck or sad or dead. But fuck all that. That new Godzilla and King Kong trailer was nothing but action for what I've been saying. And I don't know if Godzilla, well, I know Godzilla is evolving because you can see it, but I don't know. I think he's evolving like as a fighter because you see him fight like some crab-like monster and he gives it like an elbow and then shoulder throws it. Then he's like doing like a jet shark out of an ice cube. Like not King Kong, but like Godzilla's doing like a bunch of like crazy shit. He did an EMP wave that was something similar to the Ghidorahs. And I'm like, yeah, King Kong's definitely evolving. Like this nigga's like doing new moves, doing combo moves. Him and Kong like did a combo against like the main bad guy.
Move, you get smacked again. Boy, stand still when I address you. I'm trying to make a man a king. Shotgun.
And I was like, what the fuck? So they obviously get like work it out because UFC posted the part of the trailer where Godzilla and Kong meet up in Egypt. And I think Godzilla still thinks Kong wants round two. And Kong's like, bro, chill out. I'm not even here for that. And Godzilla like shoulder checks Kong through a damn pyramid. So I'm like, I don't know how they're going to get on an understanding note because you see them in the trailer before last, them roaring together and them like tag teaming. Because Godzilla and King, I saw Kong get on Godzilla's back and like ride him, and I'm like, okay, like so they obviously get together and work it out, and they're doing combo attacks. But I'm like, I need to see how they got along. I need to see the moment where they look at each other as like, we're not enemies. We need to fight this war because Kong has a son, and Godzilla has to fight this ice dragon bitch that the new monkey bad guy had captured. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good movie. Now I don't know what we're gonna get after it. This might be the final installment in the MonsterVerse, but who knows? Actually, no. Since Kong has a son, we might get Godzilla having a son, and we might see the whole Godzilla and son aspects of this movie. Because in the old Godzilla movies, he has like a son, and they go around beating up monsters together. So we might get that pretty soon. Who knows?
That's a great idea.
But for the last two portions of this before I switch it up, Pokemon has a new game coming out called ZA, which is based off this weird amalgamation of a data Pokemon they had, and it's coming back, I believe. And I think Mega Evolution is coming back too, because you saw at the end of a trailer the Mega Evolution signal. So we're getting Mega Evolutions back. And for the haters that don't like Mega Evolutions, fuck you guys. But we also see like some leaked images of Charizard's Mega Evolution. I don't know if this is real or not. I still have to wait for it to be announced and fully shown yet, because we only got was like a 30-second trailer of us seeing like a digital Pokemon world and us seeing like digital version of Pokemon. So I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm here for it. It's coming out next year, which is crazy that they aren't dropping a new Pokemon game this year in November. So this game must be on some like fire type shit if it's not dropping this year, or they're probably not gonna have another Pokemon game this year. But in more news, Shin Megami Tensei is dropping a DLC version of the full. Well, no, Shin Megami Tensei 5 that was originally for the Switch is dropping a DLC, but it's not just going to be the DLC. It's going to be the full game plus the DLC and plus added content, and it's going on the PS4 and PS5. So, and plus the Switch. So I'm like, okay, I can buy Shin Megami Tensei 5 and play it because it's a good looking game. The main character's cool and the story's good. Because Shin Megami Tensei games are always great. They're shit. That's how I started playing Persona anyways, because Dante was in Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne before like they had to edit him out because of like Capcom bullshit. But yeah, like those games were fire. And I can't wait to play it, and hopefully I get it, because I definitely had to get a PS5 because Final Fantasy Rebirth is out. Like a Ronin's coming out for the PS5. Like a lot of good games coming out, and I'm like, I need a PS5. I'm definitely gotta get a PS5 soon. So off of video games and the daily intro of the pod, let's get into the anime. So I'm gonna start with saying happy 25th anniversary to Digimon, and I didn't know it was the 25th anniversary till I woke up and I saw everybody posting these new Digi devices they had for the anniversary, and they look really good. Now they are like $100, but they still look good. They have the Digivices and the necklaces of season 1 of them. And I think they have, if I'm not mistaken, the season 2 new Digivices. So, yay. And they announced a new card game with maybe a sneak peek into the next anime of Digimon. Because I think, well, actually, no, I'm wrong. Because I remember they had to do Digimon Adventure Season 2 with the Season 2 cast. Oh, okay. So we aren't getting a new set of Digimon. Because I thought they would like run it side by side. Just like no, because that Digimon Ghost game wasn't running side by side. It was a standalone thing. But here's hoping it comes out, because I definitely saw the Digimon and they look like Gundams. Or no, let me take it back. They look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, as in
Shut your stupid ass.
just the mainstay of the monster, the boss monster Yu-Gi-Oh cards, not just like the normal like regular Celtic Guardian. Like it looks like an official like boss monster, and I'm like, damn, these new Digimon look really good. Now, I don't think we only got the we only got to see 9 new evolutions and 9 new Digimon, but we didn't get like a full let out like you know how Pokemon has like a whole catalog. We don't have a whole catalog of the new Digimon that we just got. We just got the rookie, champion, mega levels of 3 different Digimon. And I saw a whole bunch of people celebrating, and I definitely was a big fan of Digimon. And I saw a whole people do some redesigns of some Digimon too, which, whoo, boy, there's some, man, Digimon got some shit. Low key, I might have to play that Digimon game I got on my PS4. I haven't played that shit in like a year or two. But I will say this, if you're a big fan of Digimon and a fan of grinding games, it's right up your alley. I swear it is. Now, even though I got the data deleted and I have to start 150% over, but I still can probably get a good portion of the Digimon I had, probably even more since I know more about the game that I did when I first started. But who knows? We still haven't gotten any new information on Digimon Adventure season 2 with Davis and them. Except like I think it's supposed to drop like sometime, I want to say this year in the summer or fall. I probably want to say fall. It seems like a fall type of shit. So hopefully that comes out well, or comes out at all. But speaking of coming out, Don 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 has been, well, the visual was leaked, and we saw Turbo Granny, we saw Grandma, we saw Momo, we saw Oka, we saw like the aliens. Like we didn't see like Evil Eye or nothing. We really just saw like the first two episodes. No, because we saw her slap Akira in the back of the head. So probably like the first two or three episodes. So if you haven't heard or if you haven't watched my previous episodes of the podcast, Don 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 is a anime or in manga about two kids who one Momo who believes in cursed spirits because her grandma beats cursed spirits, and a Kuron who loves UFOs or space aliens. So one day they link up and go see if there's just like this Turbo Granny that could chase after anybody in the cave. They find her and they get chased and they have to outrun her. Like they have to literally outrun Turbo Granny through the whole city, but obviously they do. But you also come to find out there are aliens there to steal genitalia. I do not want you to understand what I just said, but I just said the aliens are here to steal genitalia from men. Well, I think it's from, no, they're here to steal genitalia. Yeah, they're here to steal genitalia. So,
Oh, what your ass say, Batman?
it's literally balls to the wall funny and action packed. It's really fucking good. So, and I think on the poster you also see the cat that the Turbo Granny goes into. So we really see like the first 3 episodes on the visual. And I'm big hype because I've been into Don 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 for like a year and a half, and I'm like pseudo behind on it. Like a couple chapters because I think they just finished the arc and they're about to start another one. Like, well, not think they already did. So they're like like almost probably to 150 chapters. So that's a good enough. So we're probably in season 1 with the Evil Eye stuff. Yeah, that'll be yeah. So we can end up yeah. I think we can end off. Well, no. Yeah. We'll get the team together. Yeah. Because after they get the Turbo Granny, it's the girl. Actually, shit, I'm gonna have to reread Don 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 because I forgot there's like a art, like a little mini underwater art before Evil Eye. No. It'll end at Evil Eye. I feel like that'll happen. I feel like that'll happen. That'll have to happen because they'll probably end it where he'll reconcile with the Rock Band. The Rock Band will cure him, and that'll probably end it. If I'm not mistaken, we might end it there. But more into anime. One Piece, even though I'm not caught up on Egghead, the people who are storyboarding the anime have posted the Garp on the Pirate Island fight.
40 enormous, just like them Jordans. This kick unreal too.
And so far, that bitch is going hard already. Because you see like Garp with red eyes leaning back and like the lines on him making it look like he's going super fast. So it's already going to be amazing. Because now looking at that tells me like when Kobe gets his move, it's going to be ridiculously fire. Like super ridiculous. And speaking of ridiculousness, solo leveling, boy, let me tell you something.
I need more power.
That I might have to read that web comic, and I hate web comics. Mangwan. I hate reading those. Boy. That anime is doing that Mangwan so much justice. Even though the episode that we're on that episode 9, when he like does his like domain expansion of fear, like it looks better in the manga than the TV show. But bro, let me tell you something. Solo leveling might be up there. It really will be up there. And Strangle-Lock Frontier is looking good too. It's getting that. It's starting to beat them allegations that people thought it was gonna be bad, but it's not. It's fucking not. And Ninja Kamui, boy, that shit is hard. I told niggas that shit is Ninja Assassin, and it was amazing.
God damn!
It's fucking amazing. So you definitely have to check that out.
Correct!
But that was really it for the anime. I still on behind on some anime. I still haven't catch up to Ragnar Prison like I said I was. I just got this new laptop, so I'm able to fully now watch stuff without lagging. It's really fun. It's really amazing. So probably start next week. I'm gonna get back on my anime train because my vacation was coming. It's coming up, so thank God I can enjoy and relax that. But let's get into the manga, and it's going to be a sad portion of the manga. So let's get to it. So I'm going to start with JJK. JJK is really. It's decided to push the boundaries again.
You are ass.
Excuse me. And by that, I mean, in the most recent chapter of JJK, 252, I want to say.
You were wrong.
It's Maki. Well, it starts off by this crazy ass panel of all our favorite curse sorcerers, the good guys, saying that Kusakabe is the strongest Grade 1 sorcerer.
Man, you stupid bitch.
What the fuck is we talking about? That nigga is the biggest bitch and biggest bitchdom. Like, I ain't never seen a bigger bitch in my life. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Excuse me. This dude is so bitch made, it makes Kid Gohan look like the bravest nigga in the world. Like the nigga that's on My Hero Great Drink, makes that nigga look like the ultimate hero. The fucking scaredy cat lion from Wizard of Oz, that nigga is Leomon from fucking Digimon. Like that nigga is so much of a bitch, but everybody says he's the strongest. So I'm so confused. Because after that, it starts off with Sukuna and Maki fighting again. And Maki's going to town on Sukuna. Even though it's like, it looks a little one-sided for Maki's side because she just like blissing this nigga left and right. But the crew jumps in. My man with the ski mask comes in, tries to blast Sukuna. He knocks him out. But since Sukuna's not at full power, he doesn't like kill him. But Sukuna is like, oh shit, wait a minute. That dude didn't have the cleaver. Where'd that nigga go to? And he looked up and he almost got cut by Kusakabe, but he blocked it. So in my mind, I'm like, okay. That was smart. That was somewhat strategic. And like in my head, I'm like, are they starting to show that he's like a leader and he can actually fight? Even though when the group was coming up with a plan, he was actually coming up with it like a legit scheme. He was just too bitch made to jump in.
Oh, copycat, make-believe, wannabe G.I. Joe, never was a street gangster.
And that's my real issue with Kusakabe. Like, bro, if you weren't supposed to be the number one nigga, how are you this bitch made? Like it makes no sense to me. Like it literally legit makes no sense to me. Like this nigga cowers in fear every time a strong nigga's there and doesn't do anything. It's just like the nigga from Fire Force with the black smoke. Like I only want to fight weak niggas. As soon as I see a strong nigga, wait now. Let's talk about it. Like nigga, no. It's the final war. Now, after Kusakabe gets backhanded by, well, matter of fact, he doesn't even get backhanded. He just get pushed to the side and Maki just blitz Sukuna through the window. Now, this is where the chapter started getting crazy. Sukuna getting his Madara on. Like, honestly, this fight is basically Madara versus Might Guy, because Mai doesn't have any curse techniques. She's all physical. Well, even though Guy has ninjutsu, she doesn't have anything, and Sukuna has everything. And Sukuna starts like preaching to her, like, "Hey, you are the epitome of physical prowess. You have no cursed energy. Let's see what's lasts longer, the flesh or cursed energy." And he just starts going off on her. And this is where it gets even crazier. Sukuna does Black Flash. Now, did they tell us that? Yeah, they basically told us everybody could use Black Flash. You just had to be in the zone. Now, this tells me Sukuna's not only do that ice bitch Your Armory or whatever her name is that dick eats Sukuna all the time. Not only is she still alive fighting Akari, which Akari's pushing her. She even says, "Hey, you think like fighting Gojo and all this other shit, Sukuna was at his peak? Sukuna ain't even started yet." Now, I'm really getting tired of niggas telling me Sukuna ain't started yet. Nigga, how you fight Gojo? Take a cursed energy nuke bomb, fight 6 niggas, fighting Maki, including them 6 niggas, and Yuta with his cursed techniques, and you still like, "Oh no, I ain't show you guys nothing yet." Nigga, are you fucking serious? Like, Gagey, I know you love Sukuna. There's no fucking way in hell your favorite character is not Sukuna. Gagey's been gassing Sukuna for over a year. This fight, even if we like let that Gojo shit slide, Gagey would have been telling us Sukuna's been that nigga forever. And even Kenjaku told us, because Kenjaku was like, "Hey, I'm about to give Tengen to Sukuna." Oh yeah, I forgot. Sukuna has Tengen, and he can just activate it. Fuck. Yeah, I totally forgot. Sukuna's just really playing with him until he activates Tengen. Shit. Yeah. Sukuna. Never mind. I take back what I said. Sukuna is kind of a threat now, because I totally forgot about Tengen. Fuck. But yeah, Maki gets blitzed with Black Flash and flies off the screen. I don't think she's dead, obviously, because her body's like heavily restricted, but she's definitely felt that Black Flash. So she's definitely fucked up. Now, the chapter ends with Kusakabe saying, "It's me versus Sukuna." Now, we were on break last week. We're going to get a new chapter this week coming up, but I don't know. Well, I don't know where his curse technique is, 1. 2, he might actually be lethal. Like I hate that this bitch ass nigga really gonna get like a legendary chapter of him fighting Sukuna. But like, I don't like saying this, but I hope that nigga dies. Like, I hope that nigga gets blitzed to all fucking hell. Even though I know he's on the part of the good side, but that nigga's been a bitch, bro. Like, I'm sorry, man, but this nigga is like pride bitch. Like, I never seen a bitch. Like, think of the biggest bitch you know. He's right above it. And it's like, bro, like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. Maybe he might, like, be a real nigga, but I highly doubt that. But, speaking on real niggas, Denji in Chainsaw Man has probably the worst life ever. So, I caught Chainsaw Man because I didn't want to. It's not that I don't like Chainsaw Man Part 2, but I don't know where the fuck we're going. Like, it went from horny, angsty teen in Part 1 to becoming like a chainsaw god at the end of Part 1. In Part 2, the new side main character, Asa, actually sits on chicken, rotisserie chicken devil, and like becomes a war devil. She doesn't sit on it, and then she becomes a war devil. She sits on it, people hate her, she gets attacked by a devil, then she becomes the war devil. But like, she's like real teenage angst, and like, she's really aggravating, and it's like a background.
Move this man!
side part of the story where niggas is like trying to like make Denji into something he's not again. Like he's there. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like it's literally acts of terrorism, cults, church, police, and like a nigga's mental capabilities that's not even there yet. So it's like, what the fuck are we even doing here? So I'm just gonna sit back, wait, watch, and see where we go, because I don't know what the fuck's what we're doing. Because the public safety bureau is chopping up Denji right now. Like they're literally cut his foot off and put it in a box. So the War Devil and Pestilence are going to save him and their sister Famine in that same jail. So like I like I said, I'll wait till part 2's over with, because there's obviously gonna make a part 3, because that Makima reborn girl, Natsuo, she read Denji's mind and found out that her past self was trying to turn Denji into a Chainsaw Devil, and now she's like, oh shit, I might have to turn into a Chainsaw Devil too. So it's like, bro, what the fuck are we doing? Like, bro, everybody's trying to use Denji, and Denji don't even know what well, all Denji want to do is just have fun and just be a normal kid and have sex. Literally, that's it. But like, Denji's going through it in his own mental space, because like the little version of Denji who killed his dad is just telling him, hey, you can't never be happy since we killed our dad. And I'm like, I don't think Denji killed his dad for no reason, because the way they're like trying to set it up, it was like we killed him, but there's a reason why we killed him. Like, it's not like the debt that we owed and he tried to put it on us. I feel like his dad was trying to kill Denji to get away from the debt, but Denji killed his dad to save himself, and he just like repressed the memory. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I really don't. But here's hoping in the next up and coming weeks we get like something telling us about Denji more than we already fucking know, because I really don't know what the hell we're going on. Like, really fucking know.
Jesus Christ!
And speaking of, I don't know what really the fuck is going on. My Hero is almost close to being over with. They're doing like some mind space thing, because Deku has to mentally go inside Shigaraki's head and fix Shigaraki from the core. And it's working, and it's really looking good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. When My Hero ends, like I already told you, when My Hero ends, I'm gonna cry, and it's gonna be a real nigga story. But it's gonna be a real nigga story. Like, this whole final war arc of My Hero, chef kiss. Like, amazing, beautiful art, beautiful story. They're not, and the author is doing the exact opposite of what I wanted him to do with Eerie, because I thought Eerie was gonna come in, rerun everybody. Everybody's gonna be not at 100%, but they're not gonna be like at death's door. But when that black hole hero, he was like, hey, why are you going out there to save Deku? We have no ships for you to go to Mount Fuji, and you don't have the power to rewind, because it flashes back to when she tried to help Aizawa, the Eraserhead, and it didn't work before the war. So she didn't have enough energy to do. If she didn't have enough energy to rewind him, what makes you think you have enough energy to rewind Deku? So that actually is a good thing, because now, well, it's a good thing or bad thing. It's a good thing story-wise, bad thing for the character-wise. Well, not character as in her character. I'm talking about characters as in like everybody's fucked up. Like the rabbit chick, she has no limbs. The Shoto family is mad dark skinned because they got burnt up. Deku's gonna look like a hernia after this. Uraraka is on death's door, literally. Hawks is fucked. Crow nigga fucked. What's my nigga name with the engines in his leg? His engines blew the fuck up. Stain is dead. All Might, it's bad, bro. Like, literally, there won't be villains for like 4 years. 4 to 5 years, because either they're dead, they're fucked up, or there's no heroes to save it, and they're probably scared because they don't know who's left. Like, it's that bad. Like, when literally the last chapter of My Hero ends, everybody's gonna be together in a wheelchair, wrapped up, or be a mummy, because nigga, their wounds are ridiculous. Like everybody fought. And I don't need to hear like, oh man, like he didn't put in that work, nigga. Nigga, if you alive, you put in some work in. If you are alive, or even if you don't have no limbs at all, that means you put work in. Cause this war won't for the faint of heart. Niggas became splat. I don't even know if stain is even a stain. I don't even know. Like all I saw was blood coming from when he got blitzed. So that nigga might be super bones and dead. But I think my hero's gonna end, well, realistic ending, but it's gonna be the greatest ending. Because now that Erie's not gonna reverse everything, it's not gonna be like a cookie cutter, like, oh my god, friendship, power. Like, it's not gonna be that. It's gonna be like, we did our damn thing. We got fucked all the hell up. But at the end of the day, we became real fucking niggas. Deku's gonna go down as the realest nigga on the book, on the page. Bakugo's be number 2. All Might number 3. Engine leg nigga number 4. Uraraka number 5. I'll put Grape Drink top 10 because he stopped All for One from killing Hawks. Because even when everybody was fucked up, he was still throwing his like grape drink balls at this nigga. He was like, man, get the fuck out of here. And he was like, nigga, you still alive trying to fight me? And that's why I give him real nigga points, because I ain't gonna lie to you, that version of All for One is scarier than a mask version. So nigga, and you throwing grape drink balls at this nigga? Hey, you a real nigga to me. Hey. That's like you seeing Hulk and you throwing like a basketball at this nigga. Like, man, get the fuck off the court. And you, nigga, it's the Hulk, nigga. You gonna throw up the nigga? Hell no. Fuck that. But that's why I give him real nigga points. And speaking of real nigga points, in the latest chapter of One Piece, fuck it. I'll speak on new chapter of One Piece. We see the entire Gorosei and their awakened devil. Well, in their awakened. Is it awakened? Yeah, because they got black flames around. In their awakened Zoan devil fruit forms. Boy, let me tell you something. Oda, I don't know if Oda ever read Berserk or met up with Kitaro Morai before he passed away, but let me tell you this. One Piece just became Berserk. Nigga, those Gorosei designs are grotesque, scary, great, all but one, and it's amazing. Like, bro, that chapter was crazy ridiculous. So, the Gorosei, I want to say magical beings because they left the Holy Lands in this magical evil circle, and niggas was like, what? Why is nobody answering the phone? Because you can't go into the Gorosei office while being, like, summoned. So niggas are calling the Gorosei like, yo, man, you guys all right? And nobody's picking up because they magically got the fuck out of there. And like, I am not even gonna lie, Oda cooked this whole chapter because those designs are great. Even the pre-Shadow Dark designs before we saw their full forms, it was like ridiculously good. But I might have to look at the Swordsman Gorosei, because for some weird reason he had green. Well, I won't say green because somebody colored it and it's probably not the official, but it's either he has a black blade and he has green mist around his sword just like Zoro do, or he has a black blade and that green fog is actually blue fog for like frozen ice mist shit.
Right hand on the Bible, God can strike me down if I'm lying. That motherfucker's cheating. Take my word.
Because when he was chopping down the pacifistas, trying to make sure the Marines get through to the pirates, he was freezing them every cut. And I'm like, so this nigga is a horse, went to his hybrid form, well, human / hybrid form, slashed all the, like, this nigga slashed every pacifista police Kuma with ease. Like, this nigga was like shing 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 and freezing them, while this evil bird nigga was trying to go inside Egghead and see what it could do, while the sandworm and the Gookie were just trying to capture the Nika Luffy, but Brogdie and Brady came through and saved Luffy. Now this is going to get really weird because they know that he's the Nika, and obviously afterwards we're probably going to get like a rendition like, hey man, like hey you the Nika, and Luffy's gonna be like, what? And now they're gonna be like, oh man, Shanks told us that you blah 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 is the Nika, and no, and I'm like, huh? So there's gonna be a whole bunch of lore shit coming up. Well, actually, we got 7 minutes before Dr. Vegapunk's message to the whole world comes out, because that's what they're really after. The Gorosei are trying to make sure that nobody hears the message that like Dr. Vegapunk's going to send out to the entire world. Apparently, he's going to tell everything from everything, and the Gorosei don't want him to tell everything, because if they tell everything, one, the whole world is going to go asunder. 2, the Marines might be like, yo, are we serving literally demons? Well, even though they already see the demons, but they probably like, oh man, we're gonna fight pirates, so who gives a fuck? But it's gonna put distrust in the people, and it's gonna cause a big ass chaos scene. Now, I don't know what can happen. Is Emu gonna summon that giant laser cannon to destroy nations that fight against them? Because if they do that, there's not gonna be that many people left. But I don't know. We have to wait and see. And we're not on break, so thank God. But we got 7 minutes left to see what the message is. I think, we already know what the message is, but I think he's going to go more in detail into stuff that we don't even know. Oh, and Zoro beat Lucci. And it caused a big commotion on the internet because niggas was like, oh shit, Zoro should have been beat Lucci. Now, should he have beat Lucci in the quickness? I'm not going to say yes, only because Lucci is more skillful than King, but King's stronger than Lucci. Now, because of Lucci's being able to like take hits because of his like Lunarian race bullshit, he's basically a tank. Now, Lucci, even though he has his 6 King armor hardening and like his other techniques that he learned throughout the CP9 CP0 phase and his awakening, he's a threat. Now, is he a threat for Luffy in Gear 5? No. But is he a threat for Zoro? Yes. Now, it's a little weird how he beat him, because the only reason he beat him is because Sanji called him a loser, mosshead, and Zoro got like really mad, and then did leopard hunting on Lucci, which is hilarious as fuck for no reason because he's fighting a leopard, and he had Conqueror's Haki on it. Well, yeah, he had Conqueror's Haki on it because you could see like the mist coming from the sword. So, yeah, I think Zoro had to use King of Hell mode to kill the beat Lucci. Now, I think Lucci knocked away Enma from Zoro, and no. I was thinking that Lucci felt the Haki from the sword, but he was feeling the Haki from the Gorosei. And Zoro's like, yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here because you just activate you're acting like an asshole. Well, now that Lucci's down, Zoro and Jinbei can go meet up with Sanji and get the fuck out of there. But now it's like, is the giraffe nigga gonna die? Because he's still trapped in that bubble and nobody's gonna get him. And I'm worried. But that's it for One Piece. It really was just like them showing us the Gorosei, us getting a full double spread page for like in the past 10 years since Dressrosa. So it was a pretty really good chapter for One Piece. Like One Piece has been really knocking out the park lately. So Oda, you did your thing. But I gotta get to the sad news of it today. As of March 8th, Akira Toriyama has passed away. He officially passed away March 1st, but we didn't find out till March 8th. Now it's been a wild couple of days and weeks after weeks. No, it's been a wild couple of days after his passing, and I think I was like playing Uno with the guys one day that night, and April texted me saying sorry for your loss. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? And I didn't see the text because I was still playing. But my man Grundy sent a text saying rest in peace Akira, and I'm like, wait a minute, because I had to go to check her text. I'm like, hold on, are you serious? And she said, yeah, he passed away. I'm like, bruh, that put a big ass down on me, because it was like Thursday I found out, Thursday night, and then Friday morning the whole world found out, and it was like, bruh, that just put a big ass, that if I was in a good mood that day, I would be in the worst mood that day, because I mean, it's not our business to know about his life. His business is his own. But like, bro, when I found out he died from a brain tumor, I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, are you serious? And it's like, bro, that shit was crazy, man. Like, everybody was posting like Goku memes and like stuff from Dragon Ball Z. And it's even crazy because I think the voice actor for Goku spoke out and she didn't even fucking know. So it's like, bro, like if the niggas who voiced the characters of these legendary people that you made didn't know, like, bro, that's crazy, man. And it was like really heartbreaking because Akira is legendary, man. Like that nigga made Sandland. He made Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z so fucking, it transcends me so crazy, it's so well or so much. Stephen A. Smith was speaking about it. Stephen A. Smith, this man talks about sports. He knows what Dragon Ball Z is. Like, bro, like, come on. And it's like crazy because everybody uses Dragon Ball Z for everything. Like everything. Like Dragon Ball Z is such a fucking mainstay in like not even pop culture in general. It's just like ridiculous. Like, you know how people were making black characters from Dragon Ball Z like with like black people hair. Like, bro, Akira literally started like a generation of like niggas. You think these niggas got all their inspiration for some random niggas? No. A lot of these niggas got their swag from Dragon Ball Z. Like Dragon Ball Z was I'll say this. Dragon Ball Z is literally the formula for a lot of shows it's the formula for a lot of shows that are coming out now. Now, I won't say the pacing and the story, but like the characters, the fighting, like, bro, like Dragon Ball Z is ridiculous. Like, it's so, bro, when I heard about this, I start crying. Because I'm like, bro, we lost Kentaro Mori from Berserk, the man who made Yu-Gi-Oh!, Takatsuki, and we lost Akira, bro. This has been a wild 3 years, bro. Like, really, nigga? Like, bro, I was so sad, man. I didn't want to read nothing. I didn't even, like, try to do anything because I was just so depressed. Because, like, bro, like, what the hell? Like, nigga, do you know how much Dragon Ball Z stuff is coming out? And, like, I don't even know, like, heaven forbid, a lot of stuff's might have to, like, stop production because, like, who's going to have the right to say what goes or what doesn't? Like, they got, like, there's a whole bunch of shit they have to do. And boy, because Dragon Ball Magic's coming. Super, even though he doesn't write Super, he still like supervise it. Who's gonna supervise Super? Is it just gonna be like that? And I think they're putting this Dragon Ball Super on hiatus because of this. And I think the last chapter is gonna be I forgot the name of it, but it's gonna be something transcends the future. I think it's gonna be like a send off to like Akira saying like, hey, things are gonna change. Not like for us, for like the story. So it's like, bro, like, it's sad, man. It's really sad that we're losing people in our lives, man. Like, even not, I'm not even talking about like famous people. I'm talking about people in general, bro. Cause like, I think me and my boys were talking about like earlier that same week, like, man, we're getting older, and a lot of our idols is like getting old too. And I ain't paying no mind. I ain't put no two together until like I started thinking, like, when Akira passed away, I'm like, bro, all the niggas I look up to is dying or like died. Like the OGs, like, bro, this shit is like, I don't know, man. I don't know. The only thing I can tell you guys, and I'm speaking for everybody, like everybody in the world, like, just keep the people that you have close to you and be happy in your time in these times, man, because we don't know what's gonna happen. It's a lot, man. It's a real fucking a lot, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. That shit is really fucking crazy. And I don't know, man. The only thing I can tell you guys is be happy, bro. Just be happy with your family and friends. And I think that's when I'm gonna end it right here, man. I know I didn't want to end it on like a real sad note, but life is life, man. Just gotta make it for what you can. Thank you guys for listening. I'll be back, and I won't take this long ass break next time. I appreciate you guys listening. Stay lovey. Peace.
How do I say